What up? Your outdoor pimp is back. It's been a while and we were fishing today. Got some good fish. Got some perch here. They're nice. They maybe 700 gram. Some pike. It's maybe 900 gram roughly. And yeah, we did some stuff here. So at the moment we got currently almost 11. Started a hot tub a couple hours ago. Burned off while I was fishing. Turned it on again. So we're gonna chill out in there. And yeah, I can show you around what I did. Yeah, we got some nice garden here. That's roughly 100 square meter, maybe 120. Not too sure. It's not straight and I don't really care, to be honest. I put all the seeds down in here. So we got carrots, salad, broccoli, zucchini, which I'm not so sure about, onions, beetroot, don't know, more salad, and then porree, more onions, radish. The radish are the quickest, so some stuff will not come out, but over here I can see the salad coming out, and the carrots are not out yet, but yeah, hopefully they will come too. So here you see my fence, that's 90 centimeter high. Of course the dog can jump over it, but he's very obedient, so it's basically training and then he's good to go. So for example, I got a dog food inside, he can always eat. I told him he's not allowed, so even if I go shopping or leave him in the house, he will not touch that. And for that I'm pretty sure he will not jump over the fence once he's trained on it. The other thing is, if my fence was up here, he still can jump over it. And the second thing is he can dig as well and go underneath. So to have actually a dog-proof fence 200 meters long is quite of a hassle. So I wasn't really interested in that. So that's all potatoes that I put down. Unfortunately, when I put them down, we had lots of rain after that. It was like 28 mil in a day, which is way too much, and everything was soaked. Of course, the whole thing here was a bit of work. I took a fraise. I started with the shovel at first, but the problem is I have to basically get rid of all of that. So I take it in the wheelbarrow, drive it into the bushes, and I wasn't keen on that job. So I got a fraise, someone organized that for me, and yeah, using the fraise is basically like a lawnmower. It's just, you don't drive once and cut it, you drive like 10 times. So I drove this way lots of times, and then I drove this way a bunch of times too. And I think it will be neat. And now when I cut the grass, I use that and put it on top. As well, I put down a lot of coal, like leftover coal from the oven. And the branches that I burned, I put fertilizer down and food scraps. Like now when I go fishing, I take the guts and I just chuck them on there. I still have to finish the chicken coop, but now I got a chicken net, and this one's pretty soft here, you see, so it's kind of hard to get tension in it. I basically have to put a rope on there and tie him. But once I make this one nice, this one will come by two. Over here I got some, not spices, like basilica and rosemary, what else? Dill, strawberries in here. But I got someone who will bring me already grown strawberries and then I'll put them in. The doghouse, I'm not too sure where I'm gonna put that. I want to level that, of course, out so it's a bit higher. And I take it away from here so the rain doesn't fall on it. Or I put a gutter on. Down there, I made the fence actually bigger because my neighbor doesn't bother if I put the fence on his property. So basically before, like this is property edge plus 30 centimeters or 40. So now it's bigger and the dog can still walk there. We can walk a little bit on the fence line. Fence sounds much higher, but it does its job, so that's good. Especially once I put electricity on it for the fox. So this here is still mine. And then over here, I'm a little bit on the neighbors as I went. Oi! I put a rope here, I didn't see it. I walk this way. Yeah, over here. That's not mine. But out of convenience, so I didn't have to go through the bushes, I just made it bigger. And here, this area is not much of use at the moment. It's tall grass, some bushes, 2 nice trees, so that's actually cool. But I never spend time here. And Junior, my dog, he doesn't come here either. Like, unless I walk here, he's not very keen to be an explorer. Maybe now with the fence, as before I called him always back when I wasn't sure where he was. And now I have to go to the hot tub and fix that, as the fire is way too high. It's cheap wood. It's basically from someone's construction, so it's easy for me to burn. Not much work. You see it boiling. How many degrees do we got in here? Currently 48, but it's not true. The cold water is still on the bottom. Once I mix it up, it gets colder. So I like to have it 50 when I go in, and then it's around 40 once I'm moving a little bit. So that's currently my best investment. I can just swipe them like on Tinder. You don't like them, cool. They don't come back. No annoying mosquitoes for me anymore, especially in the house when you don't really have a background. In the hot tub, I'm actually all good. I can just hit them and then they fall in the water, and then I take them out, or just let them drain or drown and drain them later. And currently I don't have enough electricity with the solar panels, just because I hooked up the fridge and they're too steep. So I set them up in the winter. Now it's much higher, the sun, so I don't really catch the electricity. And the past days have been very cloudy, and I only set up the fridge a week ago. So we will see on a sunny day how it works out. As well, I'm planning on getting more batteries so I can do 20 volt and have much more usage for my power saw, for example. Junior's in the background there, which is cool. Like before, I always had to watch out for him, and now I can chill out. He does whatever he wants. So in the bushes, I found a little barbecue pit, just the oil drum. I cut it up, clean up the edges here on top, and burn it up, just so everything burns off, and I can cook some food on there. And then yesterday the battery died off, and then I just went hot tub. But to be honest, it was way too warm. We had 50 degrees. And it turned out now, with me having the lid on top, it actually catches much more heat, and it's not very cold in the bottom. So I can't mix up. And I had to use some rubbish water just to make it colder. I got some people coming by at around 3. We got 10 past 3, so they should be here soon. And we've been fishing again on the lake. Caught 2 perch. That was good. So one funny thing yesterday, the guy who sold me the cabin came by, and we had a little chat. I showed him around. I didn't actually recognize him. He looked a bit different. And he was kind of funny. He thought I got a lady here. And I was like, how do you figure that? And he said, oh, because of the garden. And I was just laughing, because I don't know how many women you find in town who want to take the yacht dress and make it garden. So women are not, basically I would have done it. Like, she wouldn't do me my garden. That's not very possible. Highly unlikely. And what you mentioned as well over here, I put some flowers in, just because I thought they looked nice. And he figured as well there was a woman. Apparently men don't have flowers.